guys. This is Shrinking Kathy here with my week 22 post-op RNY update. I had RNY surgery on February the 1st of this year with Dr. David Lindsay in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So my starting weight was 304 pounds, and that was on January the 11th when I started my 3 weeks of Optifast, which is a liquid protein diet that my doctor put me on in order to shrink my liver before surgery. So that's where I count my weight because that's where I started losing. So what did I weigh this morning? You won't believe it. Last week I came to you, Last week I came to you, I weighed 209.8 pounds. And today I got on the scale and I was 205.2 pounds. You guys, that's a 4.6 pound loss for the week. I have not seen a 4 pound loss, well, since week 17. And so in today's week 22. So it's been a while, and before that it had been a while since I saw a big loss too. Usually I average about 2.5 pounds a week, somewhere around there. So, which is good, and I'm happy with that. But 4.6 pounds in a week? Holy crap! So, that puts me at 98.8 pounds down. And I'm 205.2, and I need to get to 204, and I will reach my 100 pound lost goal. I am 1.2 pounds away from 100 pounds lost. That's crazy. It's week 22. With any luck, next time I come to you, I'll be 100 pounds lost. In fact, if I do lose that 1.2 pounds before the week is up, before next Wednesday, I might just do an extra video. So, in case you're wondering where I am sitting on my bedroom floor. Because if I'm facing the other way on my bed, the lighting is really bad. It's later in the day now, and the sun is starting to go down, but I am getting a little bit of sunlight through my window over here, and I have the overhead light, and I was just too tired to bring my computer downstairs to do an outside video or to do one in the dining room or living room. So hopefully this is okay. You guys, I am so tired. It's all I could do to keep my eyes open. The reason is, yesterday I rode 30 kilometers on my bike. That's right, I did a test ride. If you watched last week, you know that I've been planning a bike camping trip to a park called Point of Shane. It's a beach campground. And the park that I went to was only 5 kilometers before the one that I planned to go to. And I left yesterday on this ride at 7 p.m. thinking it was 6 p.m. So I wasn't paying attention at all because I have a little watch on my bike and it stopped and I didn't notice. So I went all the way out to Marks Bay and I'm sitting there going, it's getting dark. The sun was setting. So I only had a 10-minute break at the beach before I had to turn around and come home. So I will put some pictures here. And one picture I want to explain. Here's a picture of on my way to this park, which is called Marks Bay. I passed the turn to the airport, well, the driveway to the airport. Here's a sign. And you guys, if you watch my earlier videos, you know the last time I was near that sign was when my dad was driving me past it on my way home from surgery when he picked me up at the airport. So, yeah. I never would have believed in 22 weeks I'd be riding my bike out to that sign and past it. So it was wonderful. And here are a few more pics of the way home. I hope you like that. So 30 kilometers in one day, in 3 hours. So that was like 10 kilometers an hour. Plus, I did stop to take a lot of pictures, and I stopped for about 10 minutes at the beach. So there were hills, and I made it up the hills without getting off my bike. And there were a lot of rolling hills. I mean, a lot of rolling hills. At one point, I just shoved my bike in the lowest gear, or I don't know, the granny gear it's called, where it makes it like, it's like spinning. It's easy to pedal. And I couldn't look up the hill because the hill was too big, and I thought I'll never make it. Like, it wasn't a steep hill, but it was a long rolling hill. So I just looked down at the pavement, and I just kept cycling, and I made it to the top. So that was the biggest one. The other ones weren't as big as that. So I'm really happy, and I didn't need my Ventolin at all. The only problem with that route are there were no stores, no gas stations, no restaurants, nowhere to stop and use the washroom. So by the time I got home, my gosh, I had to run. I had drank so much water, so I wouldn't dehydrate. And I drank some G2 as well. Today, I am really tired because of that yesterday's bike ride, that I decided, even though it was sunny out, I didn't go for a bike ride today because I wanted to give my seat a break. Because if any of you ride for any distance, especially in hot weather, you know it's very hard on your butt. And I do have a nice gel seat, and I'm good, like for a 20-kilometer bike ride, but a 31 was pushing it without stopping and resting. Like normally if I go, you know, I've gone on a 25.5-kilometer bike ride, but I made a day of it, like, you know, about 5 hours, and I just had a nice hour rest instead of a 10-minute rest, and it makes a big difference. So, I went swimming today instead, and I had the pool to myself for almost the whole hour. It was wonderful. So I felt great. The pool was wonderful. And then I went in the hot tub, and this is why I'm so tired. The hot tub just drains me, but it felt so good because my neck and my back hurt a little bit from bike riding. Yeah. I've been having a really good week. Happy July 4th weekend, or day, or I'm not sure what you guys call it. Independence Day, I think. American friends. And we had our Canada Day, and that day on July 1st, it was Canada's 150th birthday. And my friend Albert and I went for a 3-hour walk at my favorite place, Whitefish Island. So here is a picture of me and Albert. And after the walk, we went and watched the fireworks, and they were really beautiful. And I forgot that yesterday was the 4th, or I wouldn't have gone for my bike ride probably, because we had planned on going to watch the American fireworks, because I live in a border community separated by a river, so we get to see the fireworks twice. But I forgot. But by the time I got home, it was already dark, and the fireworks had already started, and I couldn't move like one more foot, let alone go watch the fireworks. Plus, I wore my new helmet for the first time, and I had helmet hair in a major way. The whole top of my head was just sweating and stuck to my head. So even though there's 21 or 26 vents in the helmet, it's still a sweaty deal. But I'm glad I went, because now I know for sure I can make it to the other part. I can probably do it in one day there and back, but for the first time, I don't want to do that. I would like to camp out there. So last time we talked, I showed you the sleeping bag that I bought and a few other things in preparation for my trip. So I bought a few more things that I've been needing. So let me have a sip and then I'll tell you. Show you. One nice thing about this hot weather, it's not hard to drink. So I've got my goodie bag from Canadian Tire. So I bought this Expedition Series sleeping mat. And it's, I'm not going to undo it now, but you can see how wide it is. So it'll fit on the back of my bike easily. So, and it's a pretty light green, which is probably going to get dirty easy, but it's like a vinyl cover. So there's an air mattress in here, and inside there's a 1-inch foam, which isn't very much. They had one with a 2-inch foam, but it was like really wide, maybe wider than that. And I was scared to have it on the back of my bike because I didn't want something wider than myself in my saddlebags, because sometimes cars come really close and I'm terrified they'll clip me. So that, I'll test it out, and if it's too small, it was on sale. This is the one I wanted to buy last time I was there. That was $89, and today it was on sale for $63 Canadian. So I bought it. And if it's too wimpy, if it's not strong enough for me, like, because I'm older, I'm 53 years old, I don't want to be uncomfortable, then I'll return it and I'll go get a better one at the sports store. But we'll try this for now. And I bought an outbound mug, so I can have coffee or tea or soup, because I do have that little kit with the pots and pans, but when I took it apart, the mug in that kit, it's like a child-sized mug, like something you give to a 2-year-old. So here's my mug, and the mug in the kit was about this high and half as wide. I mean, I guess it would be good on a colder day if you don't want your stuff to get cold. But this is double-sided, and it's stainless steel, and the other one's aluminum. And I won't be using it very often because aluminum's not good for you, like that cook kit. But I figure for once in a blue moon it won't kill me, but I would rather have my drink in this. And it's lightweight. So, and it has a safety lid. I don't think I could put this right on the fire because I think that's plastic, but I'll be able to use my pots and then pour it in. I was very tempted to get a French press mug where you could make your coffee right in there, but I figure I can do without regular coffee for a day or two. And I bought this little emergency pump in case I get a flat and I have to go buy a spare a tube or two. But this just, it's really cool. You open it and then you pump like this, and it has a flexible thing in here, if I can reach it, for attaching to your bike. They had another one that was $2 cheaper. This was $26. They had one for $24, but it didn't have the flexible thing, and I thought the flexible thing will be good. And like, if I ever need this, I'm gonna have to put the bike on the ground and sit next to it because I'm not good with bending over without getting. So it comes this big, and then you just pump it up, and it's super, super lightweight. So hopefully I won't get a flat, but if I do, this comes with a piece that attaches to the water bottle holder, so you don't even have to put it in your panniers or saddlebags or whatever people call them. And then I bought this armband. It's a reflexive band that, well, you can put it on around your arm or your leg, because last night I came home in the dark, and even though I have 2 lights on the front and 1 light and a reflector on the back, one car still backed out of the driveway and almost hit me. So I'm going to wear this. I don't know if you can see the reflection. It's pretty good. And I might even go back and get another one. Like, I do have some stuff I bought at the dollar store that works the same, but it doesn't have the Velcro on it. So that's pretty cool because you can just put it around your arm or your leg or whatever. So hopefully that will make me a little bit more visible. And I bought, now I have a basket on the front of my bike that it's just a dollar store basket that I crocheted a pretty cover for, and I love it. It's pretty, but it's only good for holding something like a very light jacket or a bottle of water, a book, nothing like a paperback, nothing heavy, like 2 bottles of water would be pushing it. So I wanted something that had more room and that was more sturdy. So this is a handlebar bag that you could put at the front where the basket would go. And I have another one that goes facing me. That's like a bike purse. But this is really cool. It's by Schwinn. The only thing is, none of these things are waterproof. But if I ever get to where I'm fit enough that I can go on a longer bike tour, I'll have to go buy good stuff. But this is good enough. So this has a plastic area for maps, or you could put your smartphone in here. Well, I guess you couldn't because it might fall out. But it's for maps. And it has a lot of different pockets. So it has a little front pocket here. And then the main pocket. I'm just trying to figure out how to open it so I can show you. I'm not doing anything that you're not seeing. So it attaches around the handlebars with these, and they just Velcro on and off. And let's see. And this was on sale for $24. And it has this much room inside. So I figured this will be good for lunches and stuff. And because I keep my cell phone and my camera in my other one that's closer to me where I could reach it, but this will be good. What I wish they made, and maybe they do online, I'll have to check, but if they would have made a cooler bag that can attach to the handlebar, that would have been awesome. But I have a cooler bags that I can put in my basket at the back. Now I had saddlebags for my bike, but the ones I have come with 2 pieces and then one on top that is attached. You can't take them apart. And I really love my back basket because I can fit a lot of stuff in there. So I got I got a few more saddlebags for my bike today. I'm going to test them and see if they're big enough. But you can't really go wrong for the price. 2 of them for $34. And they're also by Schwinn. But what I like is they come apart. So you put one on either side of the bike. And this handle's just here to tie them apart, but you don't have to have this. Like, I can take it apart. And then they're separated into 2, which means my back rack on top can still hold my big basket, which is what I really wanted. Because the one that I have now that I bought, and I think I just spent like $20 for them on eBay, the ones that I have right now, they're a little bit bigger than these. But they have like a backpack kind of thing on top as well, which I really liked until I realized I could get more in my basket. So, and the ones that I have now, they're nicer in a way because they have mesh pockets for water bottles. But these are small enough that eventually, if I get my front racks where I can carry these kind of things, I'm pretty sure these will fit because they're not big. Yeah, this doesn't say front or back. The ones I have already are for back. These can be both. So, they're pannier bags. I'm not even sure how to pronounce that. But they have an outside pocket and an inside pocket. They're not waterproof. My other ones are water resistant, but not waterproof. But these, I don't think, are even water resistant. So these are good for a dry day. But these, I'm going to use them even just around town, like just on all my bike rides. Like, I might still need the bigger ones for longer rides because you can get more in. But these are perfect for going to the library, for just going around town, for my picnics. Because, like I said, then I can still have my baskets on the top. And these are easy to put on and off. So I've got these little outer pockets. The only things these are really missing that my other ones have that I really like are my other ones have mesh for water bottles. So I can hold 4 water bottles, like, on the outside without having to use space on the inside. But they have these, so I can clip water bottle holders onto them if I need to. But I really like them, and they all match. So these I will be using all the time in the city. They might not be good enough for like more than just an overnight trip, but with this, I'm hoping I won't need to bite the bullet and get the front rack, because the front rack's really expensive. And I bought one more thing. What is it? Oh, this is just from the dollar store. I don't know if they'll work. But they're LED battery bars. So my friend has one and he let me use it. The last time we went for a walk on Canada Day, my camera battery died. Not my camera, my smartphone. I lost the charge. So these are like battery packs. So you just charge them up. And then you can plug them into your smartphone and they'll give you a full charge on your smartphone. So I bought 2 and they're super light. So I figured that way, my smartphone will be good for 3 days instead of just 1 day. Because my smartphone pretty well dies. Like it depends. Like I usually use it for Map My Ride. And that kind of sucks the stuff off of it. So eventually I'll get a bike computer so I don't have to use Map My Ride. But they just look like this. And I couldn't believe the dollar store had them. So hopefully they'll work okay. So you just plug this in. And you charge it up using your computer. So you just charge the battery up, and then when you need to, you can attach your phone to it. So it's pretty cool. At least I hope that's what this is. Like, it looks like the one Albert let me use. And if not, I'm only out $4. So that's everything that I got today. Yeah. So I'll put this away later. Here, I've got my head down for half the video. I'm so sorry, guys. And I'm sorry I'm not as energetic as I usually am. I'm super, I can hardly seriously keep my eyes open. I'm that tired. But I'm really looking forward to my overnight bike trip. I ordered, I couldn't find a stove for bike riding anywhere in town that was lightweight enough and cheap enough that I wanted to spend the money on. Like, they had more expensive ones, but they were heavy. They had some where I'd have to carry propane. So I'm thinking for this, like, if I go next week for an overnight trip, I might just go buy some alcohol, denatured alcohol, or you can use ethanol or methanol. And I can't find it yet, so I don't know where to buy it. But you can make these little alcohol stoves, and I saw 7 million tutorials on YouTube. You can check them out if you're interested. But you just take a cat food can or a tuna can. There's 2 different designs. One has 2 cans. It's like a tuna can with a tomato paste can inside it. So it's like a double burner kind of thing. And you put holes in it, and with a hole punch, and then you put alcohol in the middle, and it kind of burns, and the flames come up around your pot. And the really simple one is looks like a cat food or a tuna can, and you just punch holes all around the end, and you put the alcohol inside, and it works the same way. Now, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos, and they said that one's not as good, but seriously, all I want to do is heat up water for tea or coffee or soup while I'm at the campground. So, but we'll see. But in the meantime, I ordered this. From eBay. It's like a cheap version of the Solo stove, which is a wood-burning stove that has double walls, and you can use twigs to burn. You don't have to use wood. It's just like little twigs and bark and just tiny little things you can scavenge from this, from the side of the bush. So, or the side of the road, I should say. So you don't need to cut wood. You could you're breaking twigs and putting it in, and you can cook on that. And it's lightweight, and it comes apart. But the Solo stove that they sell in town was like $159 for the same thing. And I've watched reviews on YouTube about these cheaper ones, and they say they work exactly the same. They're not as sturdy because they come in more pieces that you're kind of stacking up. But that's actually better for bike riding because they pack down smaller. So we'll give it a try. I mean, I paid $20 on eBay, but that won't come in for another 10 to 15 days. So a big, huge bird just went by my window. So, yeah, so that's what's going on with me, and I've already gone on for 22 minutes, so I better stop here. Thank you all for watching, and if you're new, welcome, and I'm sorry I'm only welcoming you now at the end of the video. I'm usually much more energetic than this. Seriously, guys, when I'm done editing this video, I'm going to crash. All right, I hope you all have a wonderful week. I hope you all have fun, and if you're considering having surgery, go for it. It's the best thing I ever did for myself. All right, take care. Love you all. Bye.